Hello guys, welcome to a Marque of War Navy tutorial. I will be exploring how to use Marque of War Navy. But anyways, first of all, I will be viewing the controls. So for example, if you click M, you will see the map, which you may say, why do we need the map? Because you see there's these little things. For example, molasses, you see green bars and uh, red bars. So for example, green, like if it's like high green, that means it's like cheaper than normal. For example, the molasses in Colonial Hill is like cheaper than in Nassau, which means that you can sail from Colonial Hill to Nassau and make a profit from selling the molasses. But anyways, how would you sail? So, for example, acting like I literally just started the game. I don't have any money. I'm gonna say, oh, I need a new ship. Now, if you go on Shipwright, you can buy a topsail cutter, which is a ship that can have storage in it. This is the cheapest you'll be able to buy. These ships are literally useless. Literally, they literally are useless. Honestly, they're literally, look at this. They're literally just small, like ships like this. Until you get a big ship like an Ontario, then you can get it. But for now, just get a topsail cutter, which I already have. And then when you customize the ship, you see you will start with no cannons and stuff, so you can customize the ship, make whatever you want. And then for cannons, these are the cannons available. You can have no cannons. You can have four-pound cannon, 6-pound carronade, 6-pound fixed carronade. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. Um, I don't know the statistics of like how each one works, but you can just like do whatever one you want. I don't care. I'll be putting in the Mark of War Discord if you want it. But anyways, you can despawn the ship, respawn it, going to the ship harbor master. But anyways, you're going to want to buy molasses. You may say, where do you buy molasses? So you're going to go over here to this guy, and he's going to be selling stuff. So after that, you can just click to skip. But anyways, you're gonna say, I want to buy molasses. So if you have like money, so you're gonna wanna actually mind this little thing. That's how much weight you can put on your ship. So for example, if I buy 50 molasses, that's way too much. But then you have to sell like 10 molasses, and then like 3 molasses, and then like 1 molasses. Then you can do that. But then, let's say that your ship's really far away, because in some ports your ship's gonna be really far away. You would hold Q, and then like holding Q for a certain amount of time, you're going to die. Like I already died 2 times. I was trying to record another video and it didn't work. Oh, lucky me actually. Let me explain. So you see that like how it like stormed out a little bit. You see, that is when the game like has a storm. And now when the game has storms, basically, basically the game, like there'll just be a random storm that'll basically change wind direction. So if you notice, this used to be like red, now it's just green. That means the sails are in correction, they'll sail good. If you go to open flag locker, you can make whatever you want. Like if you want the American flag, you can do so, or any flag really. There's even Ottoman flags actually. Yeah. As you can see, they literally have every single flag. There's an Ottoman pedant. If you want to explore this, you can. I don't care. But anyways, if you hold V, you can set the sail. So for example, set sail, full sail, and then you can go to the helm and you can change the direction. You see that when you hold T, you can see like Pirates Well, all these other places, and you see when you cross the green barrier, you go into the next map, which the next map would be Central Bahamas, which we are trying to go to. And as you can see, there's a little bit of waves. It's a little. The boat's having a little just thing that's happening to it. I don't know. It might just be me, but the ship is like low key, just being wonky. That's fine. Your ship can't sink from waves. Like it will literally do that. Like you think your ship's gonna sink, but it will not. I'm being dead serious. Your ship can like literally, be under the water fully, and it will not sink. And as you can see, it is loading, which is fine. It's going into Central Bahamas. You'll have to wait a little bit for it to load, but don't worry, your ship, all the stuff you have in there, your cannons being loaded or not, it'll all be good. So, for example, I've spawned, and there are no storms in this map. So, therefore, as you can see, the sails are all wonky and wrong. I forgot to mention this. If you sheet sails, like your goal is to get your sails in the correct direction. So, like your sails are like all in the green. And when you do that, it'll make your ship faster. So, for example, we're going 6 knots right now. We're going a normal speed for a small cutter like this. And our goal is to go to Nassau. So, we'll hold T. And, for example, I'm holding T. And once Nassau's like over there, you can see it in the background. You'll basically just turn to Nassau. And basically, you're just going to be waiting on the open ocean. So I'm going to explain some other things. For example, taking shot. Like if I had ammo, you could load the cannons with the ammo. If you go to Q, open, hold, you can see the stuff that you have. Do not, if you have anything, do not discard it. You lose it forever. So if I literally discard this, I would lose it forever. But if you unequip and equip it, you can get it back. And for this, discarding it, do not do that unless you have a wish. Like if you want to get yourself in pain, like literally like lose all the stuff you bought and literally have no money in this game, go ahead. I don't care. But anyways, you'll just be sailing towards this. And I forgot to mention, man star pump. Basically, uh, it will just like pump out water, like that's in the ship. So like if your ship has a little bit of water in it, you can just pump it out. Anyways, going to this stuff. This is like the amount of health in the ship. So if you're in combat, if you're in a battle, it will show how much health you have. But and like if the water is all the way up, your boat will sink. So you have to make sure like your water doesn't get to here or here. When it gets to here, basically it's really hard to go down. It goes really down slowly. And then this is like the direction of your ship, like where it's heading to. Like for example, like the course is 311 degrees. Heel is 5.6 degrees. Speed 6.2 knots in wind. Wind speed, not the wind. Like you'll never get to 17.5 knots. So don't compare yourself to the wind speed. That you will never. When I mean never, you will straight up never get to that exact amount. That's really hard. Like it's literally impossible. But anyways, next thing. Oh, you can explore your boat a little bit. One thing I suggest, like with the small cutter, you will get like stuck in here if you actually if you jump on. I'm not gonna jump because that's basically a death wish. But in here, there's like a little place you can just sit and game. But it's fine. But anyways, I'm going to show you something. So for example, like let's say oopsie daisy, I jumped off my boat. You see, like let's say I go to that island over there. Is my ship turning? Okay, but anyways, let's say oopsie, I'm gonna go to this island over there. I'm gonna show you why I'm doing this, but if you like actually got far away and like your ship's sailing without you, hold Q to return to ship. Uh, you know. But then anyways, I'm gonna show you why I'm swimming to this island. It's not the island that's special. There's actually nothing special about this island. Literally, like I'm being dead serious. But I'm gonna show you why I'm doing this. So once you have a spyglass, so for example, you notice how I made the ship signal, just ship. Anyways, so the ship's over there. Now I did put signal flags. You can't see it because the sails are blocking. But for example, if I furl all sails, you can't hear the whistle because it's over there. 1 second, you will see the signal sails. Wait, did I? Okay, but anyways, I'll go over to my ship and wait, no, I didn't add signal sails. God. Okay, but anyways, if you did have signal sails, it'll like say like what it's saying, like peace. Like if you put peaceful as a signal sail, it'll say peaceful. But that's besides the point. You can just really do whatever you want with that. Like really, like you can do anything. with you can just put a message, but you need spyglass to see it, and you cannot be like in your ship. Then it will not see. You'll not be able to see it. So, anyways, you're just sailing to Nassau. You're just going around. Where the hell is Nassau? Wait, isn't Nassau? Okay, that's funny. So Nassau is like right there, but for some reason it's saying that it's right there. But Nassau is right there. Huh. But that when you go like right here, your ship's going right there. That is literally Nassau. So yeah, holding T does that, remember. Anyways, um not much to say. Really, anyways, as you can see there's like sheeting, it's basically crazy. I already said that. Anyways. Anyways, you're just sailing calmly. What else is there to say? Yes. What else is there? Oh, yes. I forgot. Almost forgot. The one thing that's cool about this ship is like climbing. So, for example, you can climb up there. Basically, like there's not really a use for this. Like only if you're like trying to take off, unless you're trying to like take down this specific sail, the specific top gallant. But it really doesn't matter. Or it could just be a sniper, but not enough players. But anyways, once you're in zone, once you're like beginning to see Nassau or whatever island you're trying to go to, uh, just prepare to go there. Like start turning. As you can see, the port is right there. And that's the barrier to go to northern Bahamas. So, anyways, you're beginning to turn there, start turning. Just turning. There's not much to say. I'm just turning. But anyways, once you have finally gotten there, which we will in a short bit, once you've got there, I will show you where's the merchant, and then other stuff. Once you have enough money, if you want another tutorial to this, like a more advanced tutorial for like once you know the game, and you want to know like more facts and just like other stuff, I'll be at 10 likes. I will make another video, another tutorial about like a more advanced one for players that have played the game for a bit and like they need like more advanced like how like cannons and like damage and all that jazz. But anyways, as I'm turning, I'm gonna stop the sails because it's still gonna move. The ship is still going to move even when the sails are down because momentum. I shouldn't be explaining physics to you. But anyways, once you have gotten into port, which like look at this little part over here. But for example, let's say, oh no, I've not been able to get into port. I miscalculated momentum, like the momentum. Like you can just set a jib and just wait for your ship to go there. Like you're going like 2 knots. It's fine, don't worry. Like then you just wait a little bit. Like it doesn't matter. Like once you have wait a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna set a jib. I kind of blue balled you there with a not showing you it. It's like I'm gonna make it a ship. Yes, ship hoist. And there's gonna like this a little thing right there. And the one thing is that they make like a annoying waving noise. But anyways, once your ship is finally in the thing, I will be explaining once it finally says it right over there. I'm so close. Huh. Why am I not in range yet? That's weird. I should be in range by like right now. Alright, finally. Okay, never mind. I'm just in safe zone. That means I can't die. However, my ship will be considered in safe zone soon. So 1 second. Okay, finally, the ship's in safe zone. That means first of all, like your ship can't be attacked, and that also means that you can sell stuff. So if you're like literally, if you're not in safe zone, if your ship's not in safe zone, you can't like sell stuff to the merchant. As you can see, it is in the safe zone. You can see that and that, and also once you got the spyglass, you can see no, 1 second. I need to get a little far away. Then it says like what it like the message. As you can see, uh, ships. All right, but anyways, uh, let's see who I want to sell my stuff. So I'm gonna go over here to the merchant. I'm just gonna view catalog and I'm gonna sell my stuff. So I'm gonna sell it, make a profit, and then I'm gonna go. Now let's say, I want to despawn my ship. You go over by the ship master. I already showed this to you. You can despawn your ship, but then anyways, you can go over by the warehouse and like if you bought anything, you can just unequip, transfer to the like this little area. But then anyways, let's say I want to buy stuff like you got like money, like you got some cash from sailing, and you want to buy stuff. You're gonna go over here. Like, where is it? I'm trying to find. Oh, here. You're gonna go to this guy. It's gonna be like general store. Now this is what he sells. So he's always gonna sell spyglass, and he's always going to sell he's gonna sell some stuff. He's always gonna sell spyglass. But anyways, like you can buy any of this stuff. But it will weigh like 50. So you can only have stuff that weighs 50. Like so for example, if you bought a thing they bought two things, but they both weigh over 50, you can only have one thing. Pretty simple. But then I'll show you a little exploit to make money. Like since you have this, you'll always only be at like 40, like only be able to make. For example, you can take round shots, which are free. Like for example, I'm grabbing round shots. Like I only have 18. So then I'm going to go to. Wait, what is he? Wait, hold on. Wait, never mind. You're going to go over by. This is a trick you can do. It's basically just printing money. It's really slow, and like you shouldn't have any tools out. But I'm just showing you. You can see we made a free. We have a free 17 coins. We just made a lot. We just made money. But anyways, that's the end of the video. If you want a part 2, like more advanced, as I said, please subscribe.